Hello everyone. I saw this amazing article. I'm just surprised that I haven't stumbled upon this till now, but I'm glad that I did at least now. So, why we need frog and toad more than ever? I believe this article is published in this Christian magazine. I'm not exactly sure. And he talks about Christian values and everything, which is completely fine. It even without the context of religion, there are some concepts in here which I would like to highlight, and it is related to how we are parenting in the modern era. So let us go through this. So he talks about an example of four different stories from a series from the 60s and 70s called Toad and the Frog. Okay, so obviously, frog and toad is the baby. So it's a relationship between an adult, a caring, nurturing adult, and a frog. Okay, so let us take one example. In cookies, Toad bakes some very delicious cookies, takes them to Frog, and the two spend all afternoon eating the cookies. They become increasingly concerned by their inability to stop eating the cookies. Okay, so that is the premise of the story. Frog suggests they invent various devices to separate themselves from the cookies, yet they keep finding ways to return to the cookies. In the end, the frog just feeds the cookies to the birds. Okay, so that way the cookies are no longer a temptation. So these are all like moral stories, fables, and everything, right? Like with a nice little lesson at the end. Similarly, he talks about the lost button, tomorrow, a swim, and there are some specific, will you have answers to all the problems that you're facing in your life? Maybe, maybe not. Even if you try hard, sometimes you might not end up finding a solution. So, similarly, in this story, a swim, frog and toad go swimming in a river. Okay, but toad will not permit frog to see him out of the water. Okay, because he feels like he looks a little funny in the bathing suit. So he's like, he gets into his bathing suit and he jumps into the river, but he does not want to. He does not want anybody to see him. Okay, all the animals of the forest slowly gather around to see if Toad actually looks funny. Okay, but Toad refuses to come out of the water and be seen. Finally, he becomes cold and gets out of the water, even though the animals of the forest are still watching. Everyone laughs at how Toad looks, and Toad also agrees he looks ridiculous, and then he walks home. What's the big deal, right? He looks ridiculous, so what? So you don't always look perfect, you don't always do the perfect things, it's all good, right? So this is the amazing moral of the story here. And the point is, a happy child encounters some moral or material problem. The child does not believe that he can conquer the problem, but with the help of parents and friends, he conquers the problem. Okay, so that is how the arc of the story goes. He talks about how modern day parenting is going on, even with our teachers, caring adults, our society, how we are raising our children. Children's books have become increasingly squeamish when it comes to addressing genuine human problems. There will be a debate, what is a genuine human problem? You don't know what I'm going through. You might feel like whatever I'm going through is not a genuine problem, yada, 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 whatever. I think by genuine problem, he means that universal problems that a lot of us can actually appreciate and understand and relate to what that other person is going through. So that is what he's talking about. The idea that a vice must be painfully overcome through virtue. He's saying that books these days are not addressing this. If you have a vice, this is what it is shown as. Okay, he's saying that in the 1970s, a girl named Tina in a children's book might be afraid to learn a bike, then slowly learn with the help of her mother and friends, and then finally get onto the road without any fear. Okay, she has achieved a skill, she has learned something great. Okay, so that would have been a story. Now, if the same story of Tina has to be told in the modern generation, he says the book does not involve Tina learning anything, but simply it's a celebration of the fact that Tina can already ride a bike. Two, a celebration of the fact that Tina could learn a bike if she chose to, but maybe she just doesn't choose to because A celebration of the fact that Tina cannot ride a bike, but hey, she can do 50 other interesting things. It's just not her choice to ride a bike. Okay, so the whole point is being empowered, even though you lack a few skills, which is perfectly fine, right? Even now or earlier, it is perfectly fine. But the way the story is told, that even if you don't have any specific skills like life skills or anything, it's okay, just celebrate the way you are. That is what he's trying to derive from all this. Okay, and I kind of agree with this, because we are so worried about making our children fragile. So we are not even asking them to put any effort into anything. Oh, you don't want to do this? It's okay. You don't want to come along with me? It's okay. Everything is okay. Our children can simply just do whatever they want, and we are somehow okay with it, or we are made okay with it. So that is what is happening. And I completely agree with this. It's food for thought. Okay, so you don't have to necessarily agree with all the points, but at least that sets a debate in your head. Am I doing enough to enable my child feel the discomfort in life, so that they will get better at adulting? Because not everything is going to be perfect and all laid out for them. There will be a manager who will be managing them. There will be a situation where friend or somebody that they love, they will have some conflict that they will have to resolve. There will be a lot of uncomfortable situations that our children will have to resolve, especially on their own. So are we getting them ready for that? Okay, that is the bottom line here. And here, we must let our children fail when they deserve to do so, and sometimes even if they don't. Because the point is, life is so unfair. We try so many things, we fail, and only then we know the power of hard work. Only then we know that we have a long way to go before we get our desired goal, right? So it's okay. And this is something that I would love for you to think of as a parent, especially this last statement here. Parents and teachers alike are sometimes obligated to make the lives of students unpleasant. Not purposefully unpleasant, right? Like, not in a mean way. The point is, if they're struggling with their homework, or if they're struggling with their classwork, it's okay. Let them sit with the discomfort. And even at home, you ask them to take out the trash or something, they don't know where the new trash bag is or something, it's okay, let them figure it out. It's under your nice good supervision that they will learn, and they will fail and they will learn. When the stakes are low, why not let our children fail, right? That's the whole point. So thank you so much, and see you next time.